if the aliens abduct me and like it's not what we think and they're not so friendly and not trying to make positive, amicable contact, and they want to rip me limb from limb, rather be ripped limb from limb by an alien than a horse. It's my logic.
It's a solid point because
right.
being drawn and quartered is quite a risky situation.
I ain't going there.
Yeah.
I ain't never doing that.
Like, I can't get coronavirus, and they go fucking integrate.
Yeah, integration, no good during these times. And by the way, welcome back to Impaulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. These are facts. Everything's good right now. We're in quarantine, trying to stay sane, but it's tough when you were insane before the quarantine happened. We're here with Macklin Bilski, who I'm just going to say it, besides the fact that it's 420, it's National Weed Day. It is my best friend Mac's birthday, his 25th birthday. So happy birthday, brother.
Thanks,
Happy
man.
birthday, Mac.
Yeah, it's one of those days that, you get once a year.
Yeah.
Trying to make it less about me and more about everyone else that's given me so much in my life.
When I asked you what you wanted for your birthday, you said if any money was going to be spent on gifts, to not do that and be given to...
There's a charity back home. It's called Providence House, Cleveland. Great place for young kids who don't have a home.
Got it.
They do, but at risk. At risk kids.
Awesome. Right? So Mike's going to gift you $5,000 to do that.
Mike.
No. I said 5,000 of your favorite animals.
Oh.
Well, they're not exactly your favorite animals. There's a brown
They're
version.
like close first. You're giving me 5,000 animals?
Yeah.
He was going to get you what was it? You call it a shrimp? A mantis shrimp?
I was going to give you the mantis shrimp, but it's not available.
It's a good idea. The one that I really want is like, it's actually more of a brownish red kind of color.
I can get you that. I can get you that one. Sure.
You also wanted us to roast you, which I thought was a weird birthday gift.
I love to have like fun poked at me so I can like laugh at myself.
I don't think you do.
I do. It's so fun.
No, you don't.
I did it on my 21st birthday. You were there. You surprised me. It was great. You should remember that. It was a lot of fun.
I don't remember that because I was fucked up.
That's right.
In a major way.
Viva Ox Vegas.
But have you ever been like roasted to a very high degree of roast? Because there's like definitely when you roast your friends, right? There's a safe level, and then if you cross it, you're saying some actual insulting shit. Where after the roast, you look at each other different.
Have I been insulted heavily, repeatedly, with like jest in mind? No.
Where do I sit on the roast to crisp scale when I roast people?
Depends. You got to know your audience.
Do I do a good job of that?
You, for the most part, yeah. Like with me, bro. Like if y'all were like roasting me and someone like stabbed me, like the roast became physical, I'd be fine with it. Like I'm cool with most things.
Okay.
I know for a fact if I said something hurtful, even in jest about like your art,
But here's the deal. I also made sure to include one amendment to what I said about the roast. Do you remember that?
Yeah, one compliment.
Yeah, everyone has to say one nice thing about me.
That's easier.
Okay, great.
Because you're a nice guy. Can I just do that?
That's fine.
My roast for you is just so already like specified.
Yeah.
It's all about your landing in 1492 at Plymouth Rock.
It was a great time.
You've been churning butter ever since. Like I honestly,
the world's changed a lot since then. But I think there's still more room to grow. So we'll see what happens after that. But yeah,
if your brain was as dense as your beard, maybe you'd have a little more.
I think my beard could grow even thicker.
For sure. Yeah, there's always room for growth, even with beards.
Definitely. But like what happens when your beard's too long? I'm getting to a point now where it's like, all right, this is kind of, I don't know about this. It's a little long.
I was thinking about getting you a cruise. For your birthday, yeah, like a cruise. But unfortunately, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria were out of. We're unfortunately unavailable for this time.
Lots of pilgrim jokes.
No tickets, or what's the deal?
No, the coronavirus actually.
Oh,
and the pilgrims went through the whole thing before it too.
But they fought like what? They fought some weird diseases. They made it across the ocean.
Yeah,
if we can make it through coronavirus,
bro, can you imagine being a pilgrim? I mean, this is why the show's called Impaulsive.
Those dudes were badass.
I mean,
yeah.
So
a family, wife, and kids. Come on,
sailing across the ocean with your fucking home, your squad, your community, and then you arrive and you just get fucked in the face by disease and savages, and then we steal their land. We're assholes.
No, they were savages because we attacked them.
Yeah. So peaceful at resting state.
Most likely.
I agree. Well, all right. So here we are. It's like I said, 420. We got a thing planned for the vlog because I realized, I've talked about smoking on here, but I've never been high online. I've never even been that drunk online to a point where you can tell like, yo, like that dude's being a drunk idiot now. But it's tough because like I said, I've been vocal about smoking. I'm not like trying to hide it, and sometimes I do it. So like I'm not a big smoker, but you know, in quarantine, there's not a lot to do. Sometimes my mind is racing. I like to relax, get a good night's sleep, whatever it is. And so this morning I woke up with this brilliant idea to get high as fuck.
That's interesting.
And document it.
Interesting idea.
Yeah. So we've been really pushing the creative boundaries in the quarantine. You know, we got the bungee jumping, we did the log rolling, and I knew we had to come up with something creative if we were to, for the first time, get high on the internet.
Oh, you got to go big or go home.
Go big or
type
go
thing.
home.
Okay.
So first thing comes to mind is hotbox, right?
Yep.
What can we turn into a hotbox? The sauna in the back.
Oh, that is a hot. That's a hot box.
It's the perfect item
Right?
for it.
Like that's a hot box.
It's literally a hot box.
But how are we gonna fill it with smoke? We got to invent something, right?
Okay.
So this morning, we invented the ganja gadget, or the cannabis combustion contraption. To my right.
Oh wow. Is this some stoner ingenuity?
Oh yeah. Don't forget, I was an industrial and systems engineer before I dropped out of college. So
What is this?
I don't know if you guys can see this. This is the the marijuana, the melting mechanism. So we have one of these like blower things that you fill up inflatable tubes with. And then we put a pot, we cut a hole in the bottom, stuck the tube through it, and then duct taped wire mesh around. And by the way, I don't know if this is going to work because I'm not I'm not a big smoker, but this seemed sufficient. We have our torch here, right? And then if you turn this on, it starts sucking and blowing. Right?
You gonna give it a tester or what?
I'm not going to test it now. You have to see it on the vlog channel, but so that's something to look forward to.
Oh,
but
shit.
but the ingenuity that quarantine has forced me to do is, like, I got to give myself a pat on the back. The one thing this quarantine is good for is pushing my brain to a limit that it probably never should have reached.
That's what they say. Limitation breeds creativity. You ever heard that?
Until you just said it now. No.
Yeah, desperation.
When you don't allow yourself to have all of your resources, it can actually facilitate a different sort of creativity that you would never have seen before.
I wonder if, like, I always liken this back to me and Jake in Ohio before the YouTube shit. Like, why did we do it? We were just fucking bored making something out of nothing. Like, you gave us a video camera, and your life was limited only to your imagination, which
Absolutely.
for me happened to be limitless. And we just run around the woods and shoot videos. And honestly, this quarantine feels a lot like that, where now our resources are almost unlimited.
Yeah.
Where we can do whatever we want and come up with weird things like this combustion cannabis contraption.
It's a brilliant design.
Yeah, you can't participate, unfortunately.
It's a little rough.
addict in recovery can't participate. I think I'm gonna join you guys. I'm just gonna wear a. You'll see on the vlog. Right? I don't want to tell people too much. I was thinking these tough times, to your point, either breed ingenuity and invention, or do the exact opposite and push you back to a more basic stage. Now that's what it's done to me.
Okay.
As you guys can tell by my hair, I haven't had a haircut. I haven't had the hair. I look like a werewolf. I haven't had hair like this since 77, where I was -8 years old.
Yeah.
And I got a beard. All I've been doing is eating, pooping, and fucking.
Yeah, you've been glazing on his donut.
Caveman Mike
Constantly.
with the Yeezys, right?
That's it. I've returned to being caveman, but once a week I have to shoot a night shift episode and I have to put all that shit aside and maybe do a mukbang or something. But other than that, it's Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah,
And I know a lot of
games.
people are playing that game right now. I got 6 kills. Usually I'm the guy that has to get carried, as you know. You know my
Video games are not your strong suit.
not my strong suit, but I have started to get it down, and I got 6 kills. And during that 6-kill game, me, Evan, and his boys won the game. And when you win Warzone, it's a big deal. They fly you out on a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
And you get to see your name appear on the screen. Here's the problem. It's a 150-person game, and when you lose, you leave the game. So guess what? When you're the last 4 people to win, no one's there to fucking watch the movie except for you, which sucks a little bit. But yeah, dude, I've moved back to the basics of life.
What you're describing sounds like a devolve. You're devolving, right?
Yes.
But also, I challenge you and say you're also evolving in some ways. Like I just witnessing outside perspective, your relationship with Lana seems to have gotten stronger because you've been spending more time together. And I thought that would break you apart, but it appears that when it's just Lana x Mike, there's something building there. That's a strong bond.
Yeah, I think
happiness, right?
I said it last time. She's just really good at it. But I think about all the other people that are out there right now, and I'm sure a lot of people watching the show have significant others or boys or boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever.
So
it's like, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, exactly. Do you hate them yet?
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa, which is what happened with you.
Yeah.
But it's not. You can devolve and evolve at the same time, because I agree
on one thing and then evolve on another.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm legitimately ashamed to say this. I'm not working out
at all.
At all. I'm eating, full transparency, like shit.
Matt, you came home last night at midnight and from the ranch, and you're like, I haven't eaten yet today. I was like, I got something for you. And I ordered him a bacon cheeseburger with jalapenos and tater tots.
Tater tots,
and he
bro.
shoved
ate it?
He shoved it into his gullet and then went to sleep.
Is the right word. I inhaled it and then I went to sleep. But yo, not to be the fuck boy, but like, all right.
Could
you
use
still
some
got
work,
it.
though.
Not really. I mean,
look, it's been better, but it's not the worst.
Jake said your arms were looking small.
I don't care.
give him a flex.
Because from the side, I've always looked like a fat kid because my arms were too big. So now, I'm with you guys. You fucking toothpicks. You fucking twigs. All right. But yeah, no, I've been eating a lot. I ate the most fast food I've ever eaten in one day the other night. And
was it just you eating it, or
it was? There's some people there.
Who else was
Well,
there? I just out of curiosity.
Yeah, it was just someone.
Just one person.
A couple. But
You're always trying to
you
throw
were a
them
couple.
on.
what happened
Always
was-
trying to throw them on.
well, what happened was we ordered Postmates, as everyone's doing. Postmates, one of the thriving, flourishing business. Thriving. We ordered Postmates, and homie brought the wrong order. It's not like he ordered our order wrong. It was someone else's. And we took it, and we were like, oh, shit, it's the wrong order. But I was hungry, so I ate it. And then
What was it?
it was a cheeseburger and a large fry and a Coke. And an orange soda? Yeah. So then we reordered our original order because it included shakes, which we wanted. So then that arrived. So then I inhaled the large shake. I ate 10-piece chicken nugget that I dipped each. I'm just gonna say I dipped each nugget in Nutella. Oh my god! Do I need to say that I was high for this?
You should probably. It would probably help.
I dipped it in Nutella, then ate another large fry, and I hated myself for a good amount of time. 5 minutes. but yeah, no, that was it.
I remember in the morning you woke up and had a little surprise.
Boner?
A little visit to the bathroom that was
I'm sure it was
a
horrible.
lot to deal with.
I don't remember that.
He does.
Yeah,
You know, one of the cheeseburgers from that night, and by the way, it's like 5 nights ago, still sitting on the counter. It's still over there. You threw it away? Oh, you
thank
did?
God. Yeah, I think sometimes just sit around like that speaker on the stairs the other day.
Oh, yeah, remember that? Shit just sits. You know, it's funny, though, but that you mentioned Postmates. I mean, they got to be fucking cleaning. Cleaning, because it's just all anybody does. As I moved into this quarantine, I knew I had the girl, but I knew I'm not doing drugs. No longer a drug addict, as you guys know. Fifth Vital, May 5th. Story of recovery. Look forward to that. Also, I'm not boozing. The only thing I have to look forward to is hitting Postmates and ordering the fries.
He was so excited to order it for me last night. He lit up. He's like, I got you. Postmates, I got it all teed up. I was like, thanks, Mike.
Mike sent his like balance sheet to the group chat with all the orders that you placed. It's just been Postmates,
thousands of
Uber
dollars.
Eats, Postmates. It's crazy.
Yeah, they got to be doing a good job.
It's maybe you're keeping them afloat right now.
I would assume everybody. I would assume everybody's using a lot of Postmates.
I know the chicken nuggets and Nutella was weird. McDonald's chicken nuggets, by the way, just because I know branding on chicken nuggets is important. You know, each one has a different flavor texture. Is chicken nuggets and honey weird?
No, absolutely not.
Because I was scoffed at for that. I think you scoffed at me as well.
You did, David?
You'd accept chicken nuggets and honey? He says no.
Honey drizzled over fried chicken is a normal part of chicken and waffles.
Right.
And so you put fried chicken, waffles, honey. I wouldn't scoff at that.
Okay.
I support. Did you want to tell him, or I don't know, maybe I should tell him what show we were watching last night when I ordered you that cheeseburger?
Sure, let's get a little cultured.
We're rewatching The Sopranos.
Ooh.
It's a good time. You suggested this. It's a good time to invest our minds in culture.
Absolutely.
And I've never seen The Sopranos. I'm a little too young, but I started watching the show and I was like, yo, isn't this one of the greatest TV shows of all time? And you could tell that shit has some real depth.
And that was
substance.
season 1 that you were watching. So that was before all the big money rolled in. But I think his name was David Chase, the exec producer of the show. I mean, that show's iconic. I don't know that any show, you know, really has had as much of a effect on culture, on the culture as The Sopranos did. I mean, you go back to Nas's Stillmatic album, Got Yourself a Gun. Like, that's from the intro song. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that show's incredible. And it's awesome. I've watched the whole series, obviously. It's awesome to watch it back. But Tony Soprano's a fucking gangster.
Yeah, gangster. Yeah, I feel like I was definitely an Italian mob boss in another
former life.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I was sort of built to just like to be an Italian mob boss.
Why? Because you got button men, or
I don't know. I just feel like I'd be good at it.
You want to know why? You want to know one only reason why I disagree?
Why?
And you might be right, but here's the only reason. Because I don't think that you truly enjoy delegating orders or leadership.
I don't. Remember today? I mean, this happened 7 minutes ago.
And by the way, we should hit this topic because it's an important one. It's the reason why David, the German videographer, is filming today.
And we opened the show with it. Our vegan
Andreas coronavirus.
No, okay. Well, he's getting tested for it right now. And by the way, I don't think he does, but this dude coughed like, I didn't see it, but he coughed a couple times and he has a fever. Didn't you suggest to him a couple days ago to take like a Tylenol or something because to tone down his fever? And
he won't do it. He said he would rather die.
You got to understand how pure these people are living. Like it's salt of the earth, not putting any foreign substances in their body, ignoring the modern medicine, the technology that we have, and it's commendable in a way
because of their dedication.
Sure.
Yes,
it's a lot of discipline, but I think it definitely fails when it throws away science and then encourages experimentation with alternative medicines that don't have true answers.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say psychedelics actually do cure.
I was talking about psychedelics.
That's a joke.
I was talking about just all the other possible sources of immune boosters and blah blah blah, things that we don't entirely know 100% factual
I'm trying to
about.
think about if I've seen him taking any like oil of oregano.
Oh, he's always doing that kind of stuff. Now let's break down this word for a second. Mindful. Mindful of yourself and others. When you get sick and don't take medicine to kill that sickness, whether it be antibiotics or whatever, and then you go play in the public, that is to me the least mindful thing you could ever do.
But it says here, the second definition says focusing one's awareness on the present moment. So maybe it really is a really selfish technique.
About yourself?
Yeah.
Is that?
Focusing one's awareness on the present moment.
I don't believe that.
I think it's fair to monitor what you consume. I'm a vegetarian. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
That's amazing.
But I've been vegetarian for 2 years. I am mindful about the things I consume because of just my beliefs that I don't want to be consuming anything from a place or location just in general where I don't know what the production methods were or whatever it was. I just want to know what I'm eating is clean, pure, good for me.
I love it. My disclaimer is for me, it doesn't work.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit really is selective.
Are you saying veganism or are you saying
I went vegan.
Okay.
I wonder how I'd probably be fine if I was
I think you'd be okay. It's totally personal. Everyone has a different diet. We've seen thousands of talks. You could do keto, you could do vegetarian, you could do vegan, you could do full carnivore diet. Joe Rogan's on that kind of thing. Like
him and Brendan Shaw both experimented with the full carnivore diet.
Rogan loved it. He shedded a bunch of weight and was down to pure muscle.
He said it was the highest energy he's ever felt in his life. After the first 2 weeks, like the break-in period, which by the way, like abhorrent diarrhea apparently. And you get rid of it, and then he said it's the highest energy he's ever felt in his life. So maybe there's something there with the all meat diet,
and I also,
as there might be not be, or there might be with the no meat diet.
Exactly. Everyone has different biomes inside their body.
Yep.
You know,
and I also don't want to like throw Andre under the bus. I'm not trying to do that. Like I love the kid. I commend, as you've said, I commend him on his purity and his dedication and his discipline. It's incredible, and I always tell him that. I've told him that many times.
No, we're not throwing him on the bus. It's just like now. You know, other people are in jeopardy, and so we have to take necessary precautions. And
lifestyle choices that ignore the consensus of the world do not. They don't help everyone,
right?
So ignorance can be bliss, but if you start bringing sickness in because you don't think that you're going to get sick, you're kind of missing the point.
Yeah, like I didn't, and bringing us back full circle to the reason we brought this up was once we noticed that this was happening, he was about to film the show, and I said. First of all, Evan flipped out, which isn't uncommon, but rightfully so on this one. He was like, yo, and Chef Katie as well. Listen, like if we have someone in the house that's infected with a plague that's killing thousands of people, like we have to do something about it. And Logan's a strong bull and maybe a little bit less, not caring, but he's a little bit easier going about it.
It takes
a little more.
Something very drastic to get me worked up to where Evan was. So instead of, he gotta get the fuck out of the house, he's crazy, he's gotta stay in his room for 2 weeks, 2-week quarantine by himself, I was like, you know what? Let's have a conversation. How about that?
So we
started talking about it.
And we talked to Evan, and I said, yo, listen, yelling never gets anything accomplished. And I made that mistake, obviously, 2 weeks ago, and it did nothing except for fuck the situation up. But I said, LP, like, I need you to rise up, be the leader of this group, which you are. And he was like,
I'm gonna actually read what I said. Okay. I said, I'm not the leader here. I'm just a beacon of positivity.
Well, and above it, you said, you go do it, which is generally the outcome of every time I ask you to step up from a leadership.
You said, ha, 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 you're the leader. I said, nope, just a beacon. A beacon, consider me a lighthouse. This is me, just a beacon of light, just spinning.
Wow. So maybe no mob leadership.
And then also you responded with bacon. Like just
a bacon of leadership.
You just said bacon. I can show you right here. Wow, if someone read this conversation just in general, they'd know they were dealing with two special humans,
Absolutely.
man. How do we even communicate like this? We could probably communicate with noises, I bet.
Oh, absolutely. I think we do such a good job of like elevating ourselves for this show. We're there and we can exist there,
accent. It's all an accent. I'm telling you, it's a front. We communicate with grunts and
kicking each other in the nuts.
Someone today asked me, I did a live video and they asked me if I've ever considered kneeing you in the balls.
Me personally?
Yeah. Have you?
I'm sure you have.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, I don't think so. And then I realized that sometimes, Mike, I just want you to shut the fuck up. Sometimes.
But if you had to make him do it, what would be the method? Would you knee him in the balls?
I would say, hey, Mike, please shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Which
the
you
first
have.
thing. I have.
Okay. Yeah.
Second thing, I might stand up because I'm probably sitting in a situation.
No.
Third thing, I am just taking a full rocket and attaching it to my heel and then lighting it on fire and blasting my knee into your nuts. So you shut the fuck up.
That's dope. I would have used a shovel, but not the shovel you're thinking of, like a shovel that kids use in sand.
Oh, like a little plastic one?
Yeah.
Oh, that wouldn't be so bad. The rocket powered leg would be troublesome for sure.
Well, it fucked me up too, but it's just like, shut up, man.
You have been doing a better job of being a little more quiet, Mike, I think.
Well, I also haven't been around as much.
That's definitely why.
I've been spending more time.
We can't hear him because he's not here.
Yeah,
it's
harder to hear me.
Are you at the point where you're getting a little bit more comfortable with Lana? You guys are opening up a little more. Like as relationships progress.
Yeah, for sure.
There's more to play with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're more comfortable with each other.
You're talking about sexuality.
Anything really? Like you guys farting in front of each other yet?
Oh, this. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this. We talked about this a little bit earlier.
It was an alley oop.
No,
That's a big first step for a lot of people, though.
Yeah, relationships as they evolve and move on over time, the people get more and more comfortable with each other. Yeah. And so, like at first, I think the boy and the girl, they go on their first date, and let's be honest, both of them have to fart. Both people have to fart on the first date, okay? And the second date and the third date as well. And instead, they make that face. And they hold it in or they let it and they squeak it out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Now, after a couple weeks or
hold
maybe...
on.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Sometimes you can't get away with just letting one out. Like that's a little too risky for me. I'm the type of dude where I'll hold it till I get home and have like a
mental breakdown.
A full 60 seconds of flatulence. Full on by myself, my boy.
60 seconds
sometimes. Yeah,
that's a minute.
Yeah, that's good math.
Nice job. So, as the relationship goes on, you get a month in, and this is usually about the time when guys start just spraying. You're sitting on the love sack, you're watching a movie, you might even fucking go for the leg lift a month in.
Get a little extra resonance.
And the girl goes, babe. Yeah, every fucking couple watches knows what I'm talking about.
Most girls go, ew, I feel like.
Ew.
Or yeah, baby.
Ew,
yeah,
babe.
Yeah.
Now is the interesting thing is when you get to the 3 to 4 month mark. Because up until that point, you like to believe that girls don't fart or poop at all. But at the 3 to 4 month mark, they usually have a slip up. It's not purposeful at first. It's they're sitting there watching a movie and you just hear and you're like, what
was that?
What the fuck was that?
Someone just step on a duck?
Was that in the movie? But then they're like, okay, I got one through. He didn't break up with me. And then they feel like it's rapid fire time. Like open sesame. You just start getting and you just look and you're just like, yo, and I feel like I get so much more mad at her when she farts than vice versa. Because girls aren't supposed to fart or poop. I don't care what anybody says. Girls are not supposed to fart or poop. The fact that they pee is even risky because I eat at that restaurant sometimes. What? And so the fact that pee comes out of there, even that stresses me out.
Oh god!
You know what I'm saying? And so like,
I'm getting warm. The feminists are coming. I can feel them. I can feel them typing in the key section.
Only men can fart and poop. Fuck you, Mike.
No, listen, ladies. What he's saying.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking joking.
It's a joke for comedy. What he's saying is this: fart and poop at your leisure, wherever you want.
Oh yeah.
Like really hear me when I say wherever you want, ladies.
Wow.
If you want to poop on a public bench in the park, do it. If you want to poop at Grand Central Station, do it. Like don't let the confines of society like let's be honest, bro. Going to the bathroom is a societal construct.
He's right. As joking as he is, he's right. You think the Romans went to the bathroom? You know what the Romans did? They sat with 100 other Romans and shit together.
That's true, actually.
All of them.
Outside the Coliseum.
There's a massive public, and cavemen just shit wherever they wanted. They would just shit randomly.
I miss those days.
Here's one place two places I don't want you to poop. One, and I hate to say it, but I don't want you to poop on my penis. If we've gotten to that point where we're going down that route, that rabbit hole, I'll call it.
Yeah.
Wait, I will say though, that is one of those things. It's like if you pull a pin from a grenade and hold it, what do you expect to happen? Right?
A malfunctioning grenade.
No.
Your butthole should continue to malfunction during that activity.
It's just risky, dude. That's why, like, honestly, if I'm fucking around with a girl that I like a lot, I won't really do butt stuff, dude.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's just you have too much to lose. You have way too much to lose. And you can't be mad because if you're doing butt stuff and you get a little slang on the dang, like
what'd you expect? That's what you said to me that time in New York when I had that issue.
Like why you even talking to me about this? Like I walked outside when it was raining. I got wet. Oh shit!
What are you doing?
Like who would have guessed?
On your wiener, and then the other one for people who have watched the movie The Platform, another watch I'll talk about on Netflix. This guy climbed up looking for some relief from the people in the jail cell above him. And the woman shit on his head while he was climbing up. He climbed up a rope and she shit on his head and he fell down the tube in this movie, The Platform, and he died.
That is modern day weaponry.
Wow. Right in his face.
So your two rules are don't shit on either head.
Yeah, 100%.
Strong.
I agree with you. I think anywhere else is fine.
Strong. Continuing.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say the other things is when it comes to the protection of your food. There was one more too, but I think the protection of your food is another one. I think when you first start dating, the girl, you're at a restaurant, a nice Italian restaurant, and the girl says, "You got to try my pasta. It's delicious." And the guy says, "All right," and twirls up a little fork of it and eats it. Yep. About a month in, the guy has to ask now, "Hey, that pasta looks good. You mind if I try some?" And the girl's like this. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, do it, dude.
Yeah, go for it. And he grabs a little fork, and the girl's like this.
Because it needs to be little. Yeah. And by the way, I'm the same way. I'm the same. If I notice if I give you a bite of my apple, be careful how big your bite is. Be fucking careful.
3 to 6 months. The guy's got the fork in his hand. He's going to stab the pasta just because, that's my fucking pasta. I'm paying for this fucking meal.
Yeah, right.
And the girl says, if you touch my fucking pasta, you're not getting head for the next year. Don't you ever touch my food. It's a cycle. Everything's real nice and real comfortable.
All girls are different though. Like women are smart. They know what they have and they know how to use it,
Facts.
bro. Like I've had a girl try to gnaw my arm off when I went to take her food. But like what Lana's doing with you is probably the smartest way. Like men are dumb. We're simple creatures. How do you get us to act? You threaten us with sex.
Yep.
Right. Yep. We'll make moves. We'll go from A to Z if that's on the table.
And food. And food's the other big one. So that's
food, I won't move as much.
You won't.
Yeah.
They say the Italians say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
They say that?
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it. Food's hard. Food sharing's hard, man. You gotta really be willing to open up and
especially now during quarantine. Like we're rationing, dude. We don't know the next time we're gonna eat. We do. we know. We got lunch in about an hour.
Pizza. Chef Kate's making pizza.
Making pizza for your birthday.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wish there was some sports. That's
there's-
the only thing I'm missing. Sports. Like I wish I could watch a fucking Knicks game and put like $5-10 down and
There's
It's
some
funny you
Chinese-
say it because sports have actually come to a screeching halt with basketball bench and pitchers off the mound. But our friends at MyBookie aren't going anywhere and aren't going to let you down. Stay sane and stay entertained with access to your favorite games like blackjack, roulette, slots, war, and more. It doesn't matter whether you're out on the front lines or quarantined at home. The fun doesn't have to come to an end with MyBookie. Your favorite squad sidelined because of the pandemic, don't even sweat it. You can trust the industry leaders in times like these. They're reliable, upright, and best of all, they pay fast when you win. Visit mybookie.ag and use promo code Logan for a 150% bonus on your first casino deposit. That's promo code Logan to receive a 150% cash bonus on your first deposit, and you can claim those extra funds all the way up to $750. Promo code Logan to activate the offer. You spin, you win, you get paid. So it's something to do during quarantine. There was a third thing I want to talk about because I find this one incredibly fascinating and relatable. And again, I'm hesitant to always I'll use the word devolve to talk about sex, but like sex is that one thing is like undeniably, universally relatable.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
if you're on this planet, it's because of sex. And
Wow. Well,
right? Like,
Not true.
well, because of Jesus.
Test tube babies.
yeah, there's probably some of those.
Well, how did the ingredients in the test tube get in the test tube?
Manual operation.
Yeah, there's-
Right,
there's a
right, but
couple of-
it's
a
still
couple
it's still a
different
sex based.
Well, I mean, and if you want to get really deep into that, where do you think the people that are making the test tubes babies, where do you think they were made? Through sex.
Nice. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all a result.
Guilty by
somehow. Yeah,
association
facts.
kind of thing.
But
Okay.
Mike brought it up sometimes in the morning, like I'm a morning sex dude. I've been clear about this before. I'm a morning sex dude, and sometimes in the morning, and since I'm not in a relationship, this is tricky. If you have to wake the person next to you up to try to convince them to get it on, but you don't want to be too aggressive because you're up, but they're not, and it starts with maybe like a little shoulder kiss, a little kiss on the shoulder. You up yet? She's not up. No problem.
I'll be the girl.
Yeah. Right. She'll maybe just make a little gurgle.
Yeah.
And, all right. So now I'm all right, maybe stroke her hair. I'll pet her like a dog. See if she wakes up. All right, no. All right, okay. Now strike three. I tug on the hair. Hey, wake up,
lady.
Hey, I got something to say. I've gone as far as wet willy in the ear. Nothing. Okay, she's still alive. Check the heartbeat. She's good. Now I'll blow in her ear because now it's a cold, wet ear, and you go. Point is this: every dude has a strategic way how to wake up their mate to convince them to have sex in the morning. Have you been going through this?
Of course, I went through it quite literally this morning, and it was she wakes up late. She wakes up around noon, and I woke up and I was like, "Damn, my dick is a skyscraper." For whatever reason, because I'm not usually a horny morning guy. You know that I'm a night dude. I talk about this. But I woke up this morning and I was like, damn, how am I going to make this work? She ain't going to be up for another 2.5 hours. My dick is going to implode. It's going to become metaphysical.
Oh, wow.
It's going to go back to where it came from, the test tube, if you will. And I was like, I got to do something about this. And so at first I was just like, and she stirred a little bit. And then what I did was since she loves to cuddle, but she knows I don't, I know that if I cuddle her, she'll be like, something's up. Oh. And so I started cuddling her. And by the way, what's in the middle of me and her from a cuddling perspective?
A fucking limbo stick.
A limbo stick. Mm-hmm. Okay. And now she's kind of waking up, but then she puts her arm around my torso. And something that's miraculous about me and something that she's noticed and made note of is that I have extreme control over my penis when it's erect. I can make it do all kinds of things. Do you?
My dick can become a catapult
for small items.
Quarters. We tried it.
You're kidding.
Swear to God.
Can it go into stuff?
Yeah.
You
yes.
can hit targets?
I could catch it in my mouth. Why would I do that though?
That sounds horrible. It's a quarter.
But I could.
Crazy. So I started. Her arm was under it, so my dick's here, and I
I fucking
wedged.
hate this show. I hate this fucking show.
You just expose yourself with weird shit like that all the time.
No, because Like, all right, when you push it down, there's some. That's
guess.
just spring loaded.
Yes.
So if you could put things there and go to war.
But don't you have like childhood memories you could share as opposed to like things your dick can do?
Well, we do that too.
I tried to suck my dick upside down.
As a child.
Yeah.
It's childhood memory.
Who hasn't?
Marilyn Manson was able to. He removed her.
Nah, it's an urban legend.
Really?
Yeah. I was joking about the dick upside down thing.
Needless to say.
Wait, then why are you going to say it?
Nice. That was worse than a rocket-propelled kick to the nads. On top of that, also, in addition.
So what happened?
It worked, obviously. The girl's hornier than I am, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, and so, like, I don't have to, like, convince her. Like, when she feels a hard dick, like, she's up and at it. You know what I'm saying? There's no convincing. She's had to be woken up. But that's not the case with all girls. Some girls need a little bit of, foreplay, whatever. But it's all something else I've noticed that's funny is it doesn't work the same way vice versa. If they wake up and they're horny, babe, and they're grinding on you and shit, and you're just like,
maybe this is just your girl, dude.
no, girls have done that to you before, woken up horny and tried to fight. This happened my whole life. It's definitely happened to you.
It's happened. That's sometimes I'm not that aggressive about it. And also, I feel like I'd be willing to put money on this. I feel like the majority of women do not prefer morning sex. I strongly believe that.
I agree. Because of the hygiene.
You know, fuck it. If you're a woman, please. Woman only because it pertains to my life and I'm more interested in that. Poll on the screen right now. Do you prefer sex at morning or night? Please only answer if you're female.
That's never going to work.
That's never going to work.
I'll do a separate one for dudes. Give it 1 minute and I'll put the dudes up.
Nice.
So now that we're waiting patiently and no, don't do that. You'll get copyright.
Oh, that's right.
For the women
How's
to
Alex
answer.
Trebek doing? Do we have any information on that?
He's doing great.
Yeah?
Hold on. Do you
He
know
was
that?
fighting
I don't know that.
Pancreatic cancer.
Last time I saw him, he was doing great.
Oh, you saw Alex Trebek?
No. He made an announcement that he beat the first round. I don't know what the
Good job.
By the way, the worst cancer that you could have.
Yeah.
Why don't we watch more Jeopardy here? Probably because we don't watch TV. That makes sense.
We aren't involved.
You realize? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We've done it, but we watched like 8 episodes in one day, and then we never watched.
I'm
it.
obsessed with Jeopardy. It's my life dream. It's my life dream. I've told you this 100,000 times. My life dream to be on Jeopardy. It's all I want to do. I want there to be an influencer Jeopardy. I want it to exist.
Oh.
No, I don't have to be on that. I can go to the pros. I go on the fucking pros. I would lose.
Heard it here first, people.
I want to go on Jeopardy. It's all I've ever wanted. If there's a casting agent for Jeopardy watching this, I can prove my skills. I promise you, I got cultural fucking.
You do well too.
Historical knowledge.
Highest IQ in the house, that Mike at 127, which we should all do that again. By the way,
It was 127.
127.
I need to take that again.
Unfortunately, I wasn't here at that time.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Yeah, we need to do it again, and I'm
That'll
positive
be-
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, that was a
can't
good
be the
day.
same test though.
Can't be.
Got to be something totally.
We got to do
new.
a professional, like expensive ass.
Oh yeah.
Do you make eye contact with Lana when you guys?
Yeah. We're in a serious. Remember when I told you that this is weird? And by the way, can someone who's watching this right now make sure you note the fact that all these Lana related questions have come from Logan? I've not brought her up one time. Please don't attack me in the fucking comments. They're relatable.
Yeah.
We're talking about boys and girls
Which
stuff.
is
but please
fascinating. You're the
leave
one
me
in the
alone.
house who's you made it out, dude.
Of what? Of the single?
Just the fucking the boy's life.
Oh.
Like you got a partner now.
But I.
Oh shit, that was scary.
I can't have him shit on me again, man. Look, come on, up.
He's chilling.
I just want him to go on the branch.
If y'all have noticed, my pet bird and new best friend, Sir the Great. Your hands a little too high. Now grip it and lift up. Yeah, yep. Make sure you get a good grip. Nah,
I can't really see him. You know, it's difficult.
Use your eyes.
All
No,
right,
he's gripping and you're letting him down. You're letting him
I let
down.
you down, bird.
Here, I
Come
got
on,
you.
Step up. Now I look like a failure.
So my new best friend, Sir the Gray, is like I've said this before. He's the best pet I've ever had.
He's gonna
this
rip
earth.
that to shreds.
I ever take back everything I said. He's a piece of shit. Come on, buddy.
No, he's a pretty good bird.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Quiet. What about the ride up to the ranch?
Oh my god.
It's about a 2.5 hour ride to get to this secret location ranch in the middle of nowhere.
What is he doing?
And Logan decided he's going to take Sir the bird out, and just as we watch him,
It's okay. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know really anything. Yeah, like
Yeah.
He is a baby. Don't let his looks deceive you. He's 3 months old. He's equivalent of like a 6-month child. He has no idea what's happening.
there you go.
And so his muscles haven't developed. He's uncoordinated, and he doesn't know how to step up fully yet.
Or step off. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit. But yeah, he's such a good parrot. He, on the ranch, the road in, it's incredibly bumpy. I just held him, and I was like his equilibrium as we like went around, and he was quiet all the day. And now we're back to a conversation. Here he is again.
He just wants to be involved. Do we get him a mic?
There's also a mice trap right there. Is that? Oh,
it's not activated. When he can talk and speak English, absolutely. He's typing right now. You guys want to know what he said? Question mark L less than K JK colon PL. The laptop.
Question mark L is less than K. Logan is less than.
Someone tell me what we're talking about.
You asked me if I make eye contact when I have sex.
Yeah, do you?
I do. I do. I think that's a big part of romanticism.
I completely agree.
At times, like when it's not, you know.
What do you do? Look into space?
Well, I mean, sometimes I feel like it's awkward.
It can be. But think about it this way: when you get to the time when you're at the 500th time you've had sex with someone, it's different. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when you were with the one I won't mention for a long period of time, Voldemort. You guys made eye contact. I'm sure you were so comfortable with each other, right?
I don't know, cause like, bro, I'm a clown, right? So when I'm like, oh shit, when I'm having sex, dude, and I'm looking at someone in the eye, all I can think about is what they're thinking about. I'm like, she's looking at me, but like, I wonder what she's thinking.
She
about
thinks
me.
I'm weird. She thinks this is weird.
Does she think this is weird?
I gotta look away.
I'll put one of these. Like I'll do anything to avoid eye contact. We got to do something with this bird.
I think he's a beautiful parrot, but he's having a hard time getting used to like the Hollywood lifestyle, jumping in when he's not supposed to.
Well, he's an infant.
He also doesn't understand give and take. He's a little selfish.
Comedic pauses, timing, conversation. He's a novice.
He's part of the family, though. We're going to treat him like that. We're not going to kick him out of the house like we did our vegan videographer, Andre. Sorry, Andre. He what? Oh,
I mean, we're probably keeping this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe the cage around still?
Yeah, I'll go put him in the cage. I'll take a brief cut now, and we're back. With no bird. So,
aliens.
Yeah. Whoa, we saw him.
Oh,
we fucking saw him.
I had to say it.
Someone
I'm
had
happy
to.
I fucking did.
It's real.
We saw. If you saw my video on Twitter or my YouTube video, my vlog, we saw aliens. It wasn't fake. It wasn't staged. And what's more, the video got buried by YouTube.
No.
Oh,
Buried.
they buried it.
Is it because of the aliens? The vlog is not. The vlog is nothing. It's a very tame vlog.
Yeah.
We muted the swears. We took out anything like remotely R-rated. And I have to believe something going on, man. And I want you guys to know that I'm not a part of it. You said they think I'm a part of something?
I believe it's both of us. Because what did I say was the reason?
Because we're like the not, I don't want to say the elite, but we're definitely like upper class.
But what was the reason? Was it a tattoo or something? What did they say it was? There was some fucking reason. I can't think of it now. But yes, Logan has recently been accused of being at this in this Hollywood group of Illuminati or whatever it is.
So I was watching. There was this thing on YouTube. What is it called?
Out of Shadows.
Out of Shadows. So many people.
Hold on a sec. Are we fucking doing this? How far are we going? I've been banned from talking about this shit on the show. Banned. I've been censored, and I'm going to bring it up right now. I've been fucking censored by the management of this organization. I got some stuff to say. You fucking lead it, dude.
Well, say it, dude.
All right,
because I was sent this documentary, and someone's like, "Yo, this got 7 million views.
It's blowing up
in 2 days." But then YouTube shadow banned it. I was like, "There's no way." What's it called? Out of Shadows.
Out of Shadows.
So I typed it in, and there
it is, right there.
No,
2020 documentary. That detox isn't that?
That's not it. That is not it.
What the fuck?
The real one is. Oh my god! I know what the thumbnail.
No,
looks
yes,
like.
it is because I saw the girl with the at the end, the stupid girl with the pizza.
No, it has 8 million views. That's what the thumbnail looks like.
Okay. You're just saying it's the wrong thumbnail, but that was the guy, right?
Wait,
right here.
Yes.
No, that was the thumbnail, but that's not it.
Go up.
Do you see how hard this is?
Maybe it got deleted.
Out of Shadows No, it had like 8 million views, bro.
There was a channel that had it.
Out of Shadows official.
Go by filter past week or so.
So we started watching this video.
2.5 million views. That's it. That's the one. That's it.
Anyways, this documentary, we watched it, and I will say it's a bit much at some point. It's just like, these people are.
All right. Here's the other issue. I'm not prepared for this today. This, as you guys know that have been riding with us since the beginning, Alex Jones, Ben Shapiro, Gun Girl, you bring those people on, we prepare. We sit, we talk for 2-3 hours. We study, we get ready, or at least I do, for those fucking episodes. I'm not ready for QAnon. I'm not ready for Pizzagate. I'm not ready for this shit today.
I know. I'm strictly talking on the idea that they believe there's like an upper Hollywood elite that is involved in the conspiracies.
To traffic children as sex victims, as well as, I believe, human flesh trafficking, as well as blood oath in the Hollywood elite. I'm not going to even fucking begin to give an opinion on this today. I'm not doing it, dude, because one, I don't want to do this because I want to talk about it, but I also don't want to give an opinion on it either way.
Well, I was just watching. I'm understanding the hierarchy that they believe exists, and I was like, if this like cult, like this Illuminati type of group does exist, when am I going to get approached, and how? Well, you know who's going to approach me, and then all of a sudden I look on Twitter, and because of my UFO video, I'm being accused of like this fucking. This group that allegedly exists, and I can assure you, hello, I'm not a part of. Why would YouTube bury my video?
Because they want to be friends with the aliens first, but you're
no
already
chance.
first.
No fucking chance.
You know who's gonna approach you according to them, right?
Jesus,
Tom Hanks.
Oh fuck.
Tom Hanks is going to approach you. He's going to approach you, and he's going to ask you to join.
I love him so much. How can one man be so many captains? Captain Phillips, who's the one who captained the Hudson?
Sully.
Captain Sully.
Yeah.
Listen.
Next thing you know, he's going to be Captain Ahab,
listen.
spearing whales named Moby Dick.
Tom Hanks, Hillary Clinton, Epstein, Pizzagate, Ping Pong Pizza, Comet Pizza. This fucking thing is brain rattling, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into it.
It'd be interesting if you had like an outlet that was a little less censored than this type of outlet, and you could like post it on a later.
Mac, is this you trying to tell me to put it on the night shift? This is probably way more important than whatever you're about to say next. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that was exactly
okay.
it.
So stop.
Well, just because you've began talking 3 times now, and you've said I don't want to talk about it.
I want to touch.
You want to talk around the idea of it, but you don't want to go into the
right.
detail stuff because you don't know everything, and it's not proper.
It's not even that. It's I don't want the smoke.
Yeah,
I don't want the smoke. I could get into detail on it because here's another thing. It pushed me down a rabbit hole. Once we got out of shadows. I started watching this new Rogan interview with Tom O'Neill, and I sent you this. Now this is not conspiracy. What do you got here?
Just keep talking.
Oh, the Rogan interview with Tom O'Neill was regarding a program called MK Ultra, which happened. This existed. This was not a conspiracy theory. There's documentation to prove that after World War II, the U.S. government, in a race to combat the Soviet Union's desire to be able to create what's called the Manchurian Candidate, an assassin built out of a citizen who will complete a mission and then forget about said mission. The U.S. started to outsource mind control operations to colleges, universities in both Canada and the United States, tested psychedelics, LSD on unwilling and on unwilling U.S. citizens, both in jail. There's, beliefs that Whitey Bulger could potentially have been a result of the MK Ultra program, that Charles Manson may have been a result of the MK Ultra program. There was a thing called the sleep room in Canada where a woman had put herself into this hospital for light anxiety symptoms. And the doctor there was working for the U.S. government, for the CIA, and he put her to sleep for 80 days straight, gave her daily electroshock convulsion during the entire time. When she left, she was unable to remember who she was, what her name was, who her family was, everything. There's death involved. And the MK Ultra program, to me, is the most interesting thing ever. I mean, this is the U.S. government, and there's proof of it, testing U.S. citizens. It's wild.
Wouldn't they put people to sleep and just like play... Put them in comas, and
you killed your mother for 88.
I did?
No, you didn't. But there was a guy.
I have no idea.
There was a guy that they put to sleep into the sleep room, and they put him to sleep for 88 days and just played You Killed Your Mother over and over again for fucking 80 days plus to try to see how far we can go when it comes to deleting memory and then reprogramming the human brain.
Wow.
To create and also to break down spies. So we capture a Russian spy. How can we get them to tell us everything they know? And that include truth serum, LSD, mind control tactics. And so the most interesting thing about it to me is knowing that program existed between 1953 and 1965. Imagine we are now 60 fucking years past that program. Can you even begin to imagine what the CIA, NSA has done in the time in between that with these top secret, completely covert? The president would never hear about any of this. He's not on the list. Imagine telling the president you are not on the list to hear about this shit.
In the documentary, something I thought was interesting was that after World War II, the United States shipped in, allegedly,
Nazi scientists,
German Nazi scientists and doctors who eventually assimilated with our culture and got integrated into the CIA and then started working for the CIA, which may stem some of the things that you're talking about, right? Because these aren't American workers, essentially. But
yeah, it's all right. Dachau, David, was that one of the camp names? Dachau. Yeah, Dachau, I believe, was the scientific experimentation camp for the Nazis. I can't remember if that's the right one or not, but they experiment. I mean, the Nazis were the originators of this type of stuff. They had done multiple tests on trying to separate Siamese twins.
Yeah, twins, yeah.
And then get them to telepath.
Yeah, like I heard they would pour acid on one twin and if the other twin
felt it.
Yeah.
Horrible shit. I mean, horrible shit. And so I believe, to your point, a lot of those scientists were the ones that were originally brought in on the front end of the MK Ultra program.
But again, here's why I'm so hesitant, dude. Like the dude telling that story in that documentary that I just brought. First off, it's also not like a super professionally done documentary.
No, of course,
they don't really know how to tell a story or like cut a scene or like stop when someone's rambling. The dude who's telling this, you have to consider the validity of the person spewing the facts.
Absolutely.
And I don't consider the guy who is saying all these things a valid beacon of truth. I just don't. Like when he talks, I see a crazy person. Like I'm maybe I'm wrong, but I like to consider myself like somewhat good at reading people. And this guy's, bro, some of the tangents he'd go off on, I'm like, he was a stunt man, so I wonder if there's any sort of like concussion,
CTE?
like CTE, I swear, CTE. Anyways, why we bring this up is like, I've not been approached by this group yet to join some sort of elite where they like eat people's flesh or something. I also, by the way, I'll say no. This was in our vlog that we posted today that got buried, and if this podcast gets buried as well, bro,
it might.
We're on to something.
We know something's up, bro. Because my YouTube rep still hasn't gotten back to me on what's good.
Uh-oh.
But we saw this in the sky.
It's so hot right here. Look, there's another one. Way too far.
Bruh. We saw this group of 10 to 15 little light up orbs going across the sky. And, I brought out the camera, started filming them. And this one that followed in the direct path of the other 10 to 15 ones, that's how we know it's not like a meteor shower. There's no random natural occurrence here. This is a very strategic, technical, specific alignment of some sort of craft, or what I would assume would be some sort of like aircraft. This one started glowing, and it blew up into this light orb.
It was a fucking supernova. Okay, like this,
so
like
bright.
people are like, and by the way, we got some sort of reports on what these were from our sources. We have sources because
none of them seem legit.
Because Logan's in the Illuminati, so we have those kind of resources. But what was the final one? Military drones? Is that what it was?
No, that's like the government, like, oh, just military.
No, but
drones.
I'm saying that's the report we got, and even the dude that gave us the report said they're telling us it's military drones.
It's not.
LOL with the jerk off.
Yeah. So the closest thing I got besides meteor shower that was apparently taking place, is clearly wasn't a meteor shower because of what I just said, is Elon Musk's Starlink satellites, because apparently he's trying to beam Wi-Fi. Shout out Elon, beam Wi-Fi or internet all across the globe. Wow. However, when I look at pictures of these,
That's not what we saw.
This is not. These are too close. So maybe this was at the beginning.
Do they spread out?
I don't know. Can someone answer? Help.
Well, hold on. And more so, the things were moving through propulsion. That was not natural gravity lift. The speed they were moving.
We don't know,
Logan.
but the ones that concern me were the ones that were going a different direction
That's
from.
what I'm saying.
There'd be that horizontal line, and then there'd be another line above it, and then one like going perpendicular to it across the sky.
Well, look at
above
that
us.
top one. It looks like the paths could potentially cross on the top right. Do you see that?
Oh, this one. Oh man, I mean, maybe. So then, the big question would be the one that we saw glow. Is there the two things? Is there a beam on it? Maybe like a beam on a spotlight helicopter that happened to catch us, or did it catch a sun's reflection on the side of like a sheet of metal, and then we saw that? But don't you think, like, you've seen sun reflect off a mirror? It's quick, ding, like.
But what if the thing is moving super slow through space?
Yeah, true.
True. There's possibilities here, but the number one thing is that it's aliens.
100%.
That's all that matters.
I was hoping you would say that. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
I have
Logan broke it.
I have something written here. I wrote it a while ago. Logan, I was wondering if you could read this right here at the bottom.
Fact: Logan Paul is an alien. Okay, so
we should talk about this. So
what I know, I don't think I know, honestly. These aliens are slick, bro.
I've seen you like randomly one time just scream water. Why'd you do that? Why do you need water? Is that something that you think a human would say when they need water?
Bro, I was drunk and I needed water.
Right. What about the lack of emotion and the ability to manifest anything you've ever wanted?
Traumatic childhood experience with
that's what all aliens
with
would
very
say.
intense parents. Yeah.
Nah, that's what they always say.
Or-
I'm on to you. Don't just live your
Bro,
life.
hey,
Live your
this
life.
is same thing with me being in this group. If it was me, I'd tell you. He who smelt it dealt it. I think you're the alien.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that it was an alien. I think it was.
I don't
I think
know
it
if
was
I can
saying
talk about
that. Oh, you're talking about Max. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the people on Twitter that accuse you of being an alien or an Illuminati, which is stressful.
Maybe we're all aliens.
If you're looking at that from the perspective of aliens, we are aliens.
Wow, you're right.
The last shadow or out of the shadow or whatever. You recommend it or what?
No, I don't.
Don't watch it.
I don't. I think
People
I
are
think
good at telling
it's,
stories.
I think it's a nice little project for conspiracy theorists and people who someone like you who are like semi interested in the subject to like talk about and look and start and rattle their brain. But my biggest takeaway from these things is like, okay, now what? Now that I've seen two people who are clearly not mentally there, like now what?
Also, here's the thing. I don't like conspiracy theories. I like proven things. I have an interest in MK Ultra because it happened.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with videos like that, and I think you'll be able to say this and attest to this as well, is that they utilize factual stories to root their ridiculous stories. Do you know what I'm saying?
We went through it with the flat earthers.
You know what I mean?
I'm so sick of that logic and rationale. I have no time or room for it in my brain.
Yeah.
So I'll watch it and I watch it to be entertained and talk about this lady and this guy telling their stories that they think is true. And so I'll listen and I'll take that soundbite and place it in a part of my brain, but in no way will I continue moving about my life thinking that this is even remotely true. I'll think about it, and if there's more evidence to provide truthfulness down the line, then yeah, sure, yeah, maybe.
Do you worry at all about when I give you just a quick idea of the size of this group? Does that worry you?
There's 5 of us here.
No, not this group. The group of people that believe every single thing that happened in that video.
Bro,
as you can tell by the view count.
I've been watching a lot of doomsday.
does that worry you?
I've been watching a lot of doomsday preppers. All right, and combination with that, and watching this documentary, I've come to the conclusion. You're never gonna believe this. Humans are fucking stupid, dude. like more so than not. There are more dumb humans than there are not dumb humans.
Spoken like a true alien.
I'm
or Illuminati. Did Tom Hanks got to you, didn't he? Be honest. Did Tom get to you?
Guys, Tom Hanks did not get to me. I challenge you. I've done this on this show before. I challenge you to use your critical thinking.
No, fuck that. Let's bring someone on.
Get Tom Hanks on here.
Not Tom Hanks, but let's bring someone on.
We had Dr. Stephen Greer on.
No, not aliens. We had Alex Jones on, which was closer on this one. They believe.
Are you listening to Alex Jones as a beacon of truth?
No. Well, some people, yes. A lot of people. Let me tell you something. These people believe that if you speak up against Tom Hanks and people like him, Hillary Clinton, other people involved in the Pizzagate scandal, that you are flagged and you are sent to internment camps.
So that's what they thought I was, right? I was flagged.
No, flagged is bad.
Oh.
That's bad. That means you have rised up against the Hollywood elite and the blood oaths and human trafficking. Have you done? Because if you're going to a FEMA camp, I got to fucking know.
No.
Okay.
I haven't. But Dr. Stephen Greer, the alien ufologist that we had on this show, I've been in contact with them because they have a new movie coming out, and they sent me a screener of it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I watched a little bit of it, and then they responded to me in my video. They said, "Totally great recording." Because I asked them what it was. It was likely a fleet of extraterrestrial orbs. The way it lit up when you were recording was definitely an attempt to communicate and to acknowledge your interest. You probably did CE5 subconsciously, and they wanted to show they're real and that you can make contact. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of UFOs now.
Holy shit,
Bro, because they watch Impaulsive, and they've heard us talk about me being the liaison between aliens and planet Earth. And I promise I'd be a good one.
Well, you told me outside that you were very willing for anal probing. You said was that what it was? Or to suck alien dicks? I can't.
No. It was anal probing. But if that's how it ends, I mean, at least it was by an alien. Like it's totally ridiculous and it happened, but like it's
like
whatever.
Like, bro, I this is what I did say. If the aliens abduct me and like it's not what we think, and they're not so friendly and not trying to make positive, amicable contact, and they want to rip me limb from limb, rather be ripped limb from limb by an alien than a horse. It's my logic.
It's a solid point because
right.
being drawn and quartered is quite a risky situation.
I ain't going
nowadays.
there. I ain't never doing that.
Is there a part of you that believes that there's an amicable and positivity providing alien invasion? Is that what you think is going to happen when the alien invasion? They're here to teach us about math.
I think 90% of aliens are bad. I think there's 10% that are like Transformers and are trying to save the galaxy and us humans, simple fucking humans.
So it's the same as humans: 90% bad, 10% good.
Yes, precisely.
Are there dumb aliens? Like, is there a white trash fucking Confederate alien out there?
Absolutely. But if they're interacting with us, they're still exponentially smarter than we could ever imagine. Bro, like aliens, true aliens are not what you think. I'm gonna be honest, it's not the fucking thing we saw in the sky. True aliens will warp space and time and appear in front of you at their goddamn leisure and communicate with you, not through audio. They'll speak words into your brain. Without making noise,
so that's what we think,
bro.
We don't know.
If a civilization is that advanced to be visiting this Earth, mind you, even given all the technology that we have on planet Earth, we have not seen life anywhere. So imagine how many billions of light years this civilization would have to be. How smart they'd have to be to travel to us unscathed and then communicate with us. They're not going to be like.
I think
they're going to speak to your brain, and your brain's going to download that, and you're going to hear it in here. I'm done. Rant over.
Wow. I think the assumption that aliens would be like biological creatures might be wrong. We'd probably send out robot probes first. Like if you're sending anything to explore a planet,
that's the other thing.
We probably won't get a humanoid, even
no chance.
looking type.
Yeah, the
thing.
rovers.
You're gonna send a robot.
Yeah, like we send to Mars and shit. Send it to, and that's also to think that they want to visit us, which may be 100 levels below the true meaning. I mean, I've looked at how many, and this goes a little bit more meta, and I don't know who's here for it and who's not, but obviously as a fan of philosophers we've spoken about in the past that are believing, this dualism or whatever belief they have, the simulation theory exists. There are people, there have been theories in the past that we could all just be Sims for a master civilization that exists somewhere else in the universe.
Yeah, I'd rather be the sim than a simp, though.
You study philosophers. In that documentary, they referenced the allegory of the cave a lot.
Sure.
Do you remember that?
Danny knows this one really well, and she's excited to talk about it.
Honestly, would you mind switching to the handheld and coming and explaining this? Because I learned about it, but I cannot accurately depict what this was. So, Dave, it's only on you. So just
philosopher I was looking for is Rene
Danny, can you explain it in this microphone?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, Danny.
Okay, so at the allegory of the cave, you have a group of people that have been put inside of a cave and are being projected through, like how
shadows and fire.
Yeah, fire and shadows. They're all chained up. The only thing they can see is in front of them, and so people are giving them a truth that they own, that only they understand, right? So a guy gets out, and it's up to him to either go back in and share with everyone else that truth, or to like go on with his life.
And what does he do? What does he do? Does he tell everyone?
that's the
Because their reality, their world becomes shadows against the cave wall, projected onto them
They
by.
think that that's truth. They think that's the ultimate truth, but there's more truth.
There's always more to be found.
Yeah.
And what you see is not always the complete depiction of what is exactly happening. So it's essentially that your perception could lie to you.
The one thing I did find interesting in that documentary, because I may have missed the mark on accurately describing it, is the power of media. That I believe in. The power,
It's
the
very
power
much
of media
this. It's very
as a
much
form
this.
of like brainwashing or getting people to think or act a certain way for shit. I mean, bro, like even this podcast, like we attempt to get you to think or act a certain way. We attempt to get you to like us.
But
Like
not,
you've been tricked.
But not from an angle of being told to do so. That's the difference. The belief is that media, whether it be Fox News or MSNBC or CNN, is acting on behalf of the people that pay their way. We are not being instructed or told to do anything. We're just talking, and maybe we want you to believe a certain way, but I think that's anything. Any human conversation is leading you to some sort of conclusion, right? I don't believe that the media was always like this. I think that at one time there was an objective media in the United States. I believe this is new. I believe this is post 9/11 media. I do not believe that the media was always like, if you watch the news now, they are, depending on the channel you watch, they are telling you who you should vote for. Without fully saying it, they are telling you, it'll say on the screen, Donald Trump did not handle the pandemic properly. It'll say that.
Right. But they're not explicitly telling you who to vote for, but they're working around
Of course.
the subject of...
It's just it's sad because like news ideally it would be unbiased and objective.
Correct.
But now that they come with opinions and taste.
Well, sensationalization is how you move numbers. You know, you have to get people to watch the show so that you can play advertisements.
Yeah, for sure. It's about, as Donald says more than anyone, to him and to a lot of other stations, it's about ratings. News was never about fucking ratings. The Saturday Night Live was about ratings. The news was about journalistic responsibility and about reporting on what was happening. It's just all an editorial. It's all an opinion piece, the whole thing. It's their news is the same as the news we share on this show. It's just like what we think.
Clickbait articles. It's runs deeper than YouTube, that's for sure.
Oh my!
People will get anyone to, or try to get anyone to click on anything with an interesting title, and that's the problem. The problem is when you have a title that you think might give you a whole piece of information, but it's only just a little tidbit, and then you don't read the article, and you're missing out on what they're actually trying to say.
Headlines, bro. Headlines are a staple of our
You gotta
generation.
read deeper than that, or don't read them at all.
I mean, fake news is a real thing. It's just
Absolutely.
not. It's just not the way that the people who started fake news say it. It exists equally on both sides.
Yeah.
And if not, just a little bit more on the side that coined that term, unfortunately. But
all right. So look, I hope we racked your brain a little bit. I know mine is racked, and I'm gonna combat that by getting baked with my friends in a sauna via a cannabis combustion machine that we made.
dicks or conspiracy theories? There's a poll in the top right hand corner right now. If you guys want to
appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Impaulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. We'll see you next time. Yeah, that's it.
Peace.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.